Welcome back to Is It Still Good, the channel where we watch older films and let you know if they still hold up. Today, we're going to try something new with our very first versus battle, just a wacko idea I came up with, between The Lost Boys and Stir of Echoes, two movies I just happened to watch back to back. But first, let's sell a book. We're back! Okay, hopefully we sold some books. Yeah, and I have a whole bunch of movies in the list to watch. I was supposed to watch American Psycho, some other stuff. We were looking around. What we found was The Lost Boys and Stir of Echoes. These were two movies I was interested in watching. I ranked them similar, so I figured why not make it a little versus battle. So we're going to start off talking about The Lost Boys. I'll go into Stir of Echoes, and I'll let you know who I think won, okay?
It's time to go to school. You will lose. Man, he's sorry. Oh, Jesus. Oh!
And welcome back. We missed you.
Fight!
The Lost Boys, R-rated 1987 horror comedy, 1 hour 37 minutes runtime. And this stars Corey Haim, Corey Feldman, Kiefer Sutherland, directed by Joel Schumacher. Classic film from 1987. Boy, what a stacked year 1987 was, huh, for films? This is Corey Haim and Feldman's first film together. They went on to star in several films after this. Took 21 days to film. I do believe it. Feels like 21 days. Several thousand people came in for the casting call for like surfers and bums. Oh, characters say the name Michael 118 times in this movie. You're going to hear the name Michael quite a bit. I noticed that long before I looked that up, by the way. It's something that's always annoyed me. At least I know that's good for that. It's just lazy writing, but okay. There's an interesting fan theory about this. I mean, obviously spoilers and everything where, you know, you have the vampires and everybody hanging out, but the fan theory is that Grandpa was a half vampire and drank animal blood from his hobby as a taxidermist. And his line at the very end, which is great, what he's never really liked about where they live, all the vampires, is hilarious. And it does speak to somebody that has an inner knowledge about the vampire community. So maybe, possibly, I don't think so, but it's a fan theory. Great colors, fun lighting. There's wonderful colors in this. Really fun lighting. The music's is what it is. It's, you know, mid-80s. Get a lot of saxophone and stuff. Saxophones, I guess at one point were like badass. I mean, in Lethal Weapon, the sax is used a lot and movies like that. But I don't know. Maybe I was just coming into the time where saxophone stopped being some sort of edgy instrument because it was used in a lot of movies. Feldman, although he's doing some weird voice, seems a lot more together in this.
No shit, buddy.
I think this was before he discovered drugs, possibly. I noticed that one of the vampires is either the Bill or Ted. I always mix them up, Bill and Ted. Is he Bill? I don't know, but his hair really upsets me in this. I mean, mullets are fine, 80s mullets are fine. This one is on a whole nother level and really just kind of gets me. I think this movie is actually pretty funny and I can see the comedy element to it now. Super cute movie dog in this. There's a husky that I think is adorable. Best 80s mom in the world. She was also the mom in Edward Scissorhands. And I think she's just this great 80s mom. She plays sort of like a hippified, sort of spaced out mom in this, but she's cool. The grandpa is like my old age goals. You know, it's kind of how I want to be. My favorite quote was Corey Haim in the beginning. He's like, my own brother, a goddamn shit-sucking vampire. What a great line. Yeah, Corey Feldman's doing like a dumb voice in this. I don't know what he was trying to do, like some sort of tough guy voice. It's kind of weird. Also, I noticed, like, is the mom sleeping with her boss? Like, she gets a job and they start dating? I don't know. Is that a thing? I noticed that this time. Corey Haim has some rough delivery. I don't know how these kids ever, like, got jobs. There's some, like, really good kid actors. Boy, vampires are sound sleepers, huh? They break in, nobody hears anything till they, stake, Bill and/or Ted there. This movie kind of reminds me of all the dumb stuff you would do to hang out with a cute girl. You know, when you were younger, like, this chick says she's going over here, you're not really supposed to go. Of course you're gonna go anyway. That kind of deal. I get that in this movie. Also, like, the oblivious 80s parents, I remember that. At many of my friends' houses, parents had no idea what we were ever doing in the 80s. I do remember that. This movie does remind me of oblivious parents and that extra mile you would go for the cute girl. Okay, so I do like Lost Boys a great deal, by the way. You should definitely go watch it. Highly recommend. Moving on to Stir of Echoes, R-rated 1999 thriller horror, 1 hour 39 minutes runtime. Stars Kevin Bacon, directed by David Cope. Box office 21 million, whatever. So in this movie, what did I like about it? I like the way it was shot. I like how the extras are actually with it and acting. They're doing things. Things are happening in the background. It's kind of neat. I noticed that this time. It's set up really well. It doesn't rush. It's a simple, personal story. I've always really liked those. Kevin Bacon's good in it. I like it. When he was hypnotized and the safety pin was put into the hand there, that was not a special effect. That was a stuntman who came in to do that. I thought that was kind of gross. This movie is based on The Shrinking Man by Richard Matheson, a 1958 novel. Now, many have compared this to The Shining, and there are many, many parallels between this and The Shining. And a lot of people said that Stir of Echoes was a ripoff of The Shining. However, The Shrinking Man was written first, so if anything, The Shining borrowed from The Shrinking Man. Very interesting. I never knew that, so good thing we looked this up, right? Shot really well, as I said. Kevin Bacon's solid in this. He puts in a really good performance. And, you know, my big takeaway from this movie was how much I liked the song Paint It Black by Rolling Stones. I really like that song. Always have. So, these are our two films. What do I give both of them? Well, Lost Boys was goofy and fun. They say Michael too much. There's some really dreadful hair in it. However, I do love this movie a lot. I have a great time with it. And I give it a solid 8 out of 10. So, Stir of Echoes needs to beat an 8 in order to win here. And although I really like the movie and it's a personal story and it's a lot of fun, you know, you could say what you want about The Shining came second, so who ripped who off kind of deal. That being said, I'll watch The Shining any day of the week over Stir of Echoes, and I'm sure you all agree with me. Stir of Echoes is a solid film. It's funny in parts, it's good, I don't know, it's just a good 100 minutes of your life not wasted on a decent film, you know? Good soundtrack, decent acting, you know, good closure at the end. However, I give Stir of Echoes 7 out of 10, making Lost Boys our winner.
Well done.
What do you think of that? First ever versus battle, huh? Did that go well? Did you guys have fun with it? Let me know. And this would be a good double feature. I watched Lost Boys first, and then it was still pretty early, and then we're just kind of hanging around like, well, I remember Stir of Echoes being good. Let's put that on. Anyway, we watched them both. I figured I'd take notes, and why not combine them for my favorite little side hobby film review channel. And thank you for hanging out. The algorithm has killed us. I deleted a bunch of videos in the beginning, so if you guys can share a few of them, that would be really good. I know at some point the algorithm's going to pick us back up if I continue to post regular and you guys continue to comment and have fun watching them. So I'm just going to stick to the formula and I'm not stressed about it. That being said, if you guys can help me out, I do appreciate it. Thank you for buying books. Thank you for reading my books. Thank you for listening to me talk. I do appreciate you. And I'll see you guys next time on Is It Still Good?
What the hell was that?